You are watching KAVU 25, News Now at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Amaya Norman. A deadly crash in Lavaca County Friday morning has left 2 people dead and shut down a major highway during early morning traffic. The crash happened just after 6:15 a.m. on U.S. Highway 90, about 3 miles east of Hallettsville. Authorities say 55-year-old Gregory James Dortez was driving along the highway when another vehicle crossed into his lane. The 2 vehicles collided head-on, hitting front left sides. Dortez's vehicle then ran off the road and rolled over. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The second driver, who was born in 2009, also died in the crash. At this time, authorities have not released the name of the younger driver, and the cause of the crash remains under investigation. And a deadly fireball on Interstate 35 in Central Texas closed all lanes overnight. A tractor trailer was seen fully engulfed in flames and some explosions were reported. The Bill County Sheriff Department reports there are fatalities, but have not released any other information. It happened Friday night just after 9:30 near exit 306 in Troy, Texas. Lanes were closed and reopened earlier this morning. A piece of Victoria rich Black history came back to life this weekend as former students of F.W. Gross High School gathered to celebrate their legacy. Former students of F.W. Gross High School came together to share memories, laughter, good food, and reflect on the road they've walked, not just as classmates, but as African Americans who overcame barriers through strength and education. The school, originally known as the Victoria Colored School, was officially renamed as F.W. Gross High School on January 2nd of 1936. For decades, it served as the only school in Victoria for Black students during segregation. Each year, alumni hold a reunion, not only to reconnect, but to honor the legacy of those who paved the way for future generations.
Well, it's very important because it marks a transition, really, from an old system into a new system. And fortunately, I was so well prepared by F.W. Gross, I had no difficulties advancing in advanced education.
F.W. Gross closed in the mid-1960s during integration, but the spirit of the school still lives on. A prominent bank is about to grow even larger in the Crossroads. 25 News Now reporter Ray Mosley spoke with South Texas Prosperity Bank Chairman John Zacek to learn more.
Prosperity and American Bank have decided to come to an agreement and merge businesses. With Prosperity Bank being present in 70% of Victoria, Prosperity Bank Chairman John Zacek says the expanding banks will enhance their presence in the South Texas region.
Us having the 6 locations here in Victoria, soon to be 7, is really critical to that because you want that customer service to be second to none.
This merging deal will equal to $321.5 million. With this deal, American Bank will keep its employees and they'll work alongside Prosperity Bank to focus on relationship banking.
It's not just about the transaction. It's not, we don't just want your mortgage loan or we don't just want your car loan or to finance your business. We want you to have a relationship with the bank.
Prosperity Bank currently operates 283 full-service banking locations in Texas. It's already the largest agricultural bank in the state. This merger will make Prosperity Bank one of the top 5 banks in Texas. Ray Mosley, KAVU TV, 25 News Now.
As temperatures rise across the Crossroads, so do encounters with unexpected wildlife, including alligators. It was just another morning run until our meteorologist, Jacob Lozano, spotted an unusual sight crossing West Red River Street, an alligator making its way through the area. A month ago, Victoria County Animal Service recovered a 5-foot gator along Zacklands Parkway, one of the largest the department has dealt with this year. It's no surprise to locals, especially with warning signs posted around parks in the area, including one on West Red River Street, reminding visitors to be aware of alligators. With the heat turning up this summer, it's not uncommon for gators to become more active. often looking for water or a shady spot to cool off. So if you're out enjoying the park or trails, be cautious. Don't approach the alligator, don't feed it, and if you see one, the safe move is to turn around and give it space. For dangerous animal sightings, you can contact Victoria County Animal Service. Now let's go to Jacob Lozano, the one who spotted the alligator, to give us a first look at our weather. Jacob.
Yes, Amaya. Well, I was trying to beat the rain, so I got my little run in the morning, but it kind of got cut short because of that little alligator that had popped there. Probably about 6-7 feet is what I estimated there based off the road. But we did get the shower activity that moved in here right around 11 o'clock noon time frame, and it's really began to dissipate here for us. But look at that, anywhere from 2 to a little bit, 1.5 inches, closer to 2 inches, what we saw there in the blue shaded, purple indicating the 2. A little bit closer to 3 inches there around Edna, but more along the coastline. Didn't really see too much, about 1/10 of an inch, 1/2 inch of rain down there in Refugio. But as of right now, we just have some dying off showers that have just passed Cuero. That's kind of been the common trend as it makes its way towards Cuero. It really begins to dissipate here for it. But as of right now, partly cloudy skies throughout the region. 87 degrees is what we're at right now, with the winds coming out of the south at about 8 miles per hour. But temperatures are going to be on the rise, and we're going to be talking about that coming up. Amaya?
Thank you, Jacob. In May, a typical ride on a city bus took a dangerous turn when a man pulled a knife on the bus driver in Texas, but a fearless passenger stepped in to save the day. Now, city leaders are honoring his bravery. A warning, some viewers may find this report disturbing.
A critical moment for Longview resident Corey Street as a routine bus ride turns into chaos when a man attacks the bus driver while holding a knife.
When I saw the knife close to the guy, I didn't want him to get hurt.
On May 31st, after Street got on the bus after work, another passenger, he says, was acting aggressively. It started as shouts at the bus driver. This interaction, he says, caught his attention as he felt it escalating. But the situation went further than he ever anticipated.
The bus driver saw a police officer beside us. So he was honking, but the police officer never saw him. So that's when the suspect said, so you thought he was going to save you?
In the video, the man can be seen pulling a knife and fighting with the driver before Street grabs a hold of the man who was attacking the bus driver, wrestling him over to the door and signaling to open the door before throwing the man off of the bus.
That was like a TV moment when you see someone going crazy like that and you like wondering who's going to make a move or do anything. So it seemed like I just had to do something at the time just to protect the bus driver.
At tonight's council meeting, Mayor Kristen Ishihara and City Council recognized Street for his actions, calling him a hero.
To watch someone physically pick up another and remove them for the safety of someone, I just thought, my gosh, and so he is a hero.
I don't consider myself a hero. I just tried to help somebody at the time.
Street saying he still plans to ride the bus and would do it all over again.
I just got off the bus and prepared for it if it have to happen again. Hopefully it won't ever happen again.
A search is underway for a New Orleans inmate who was mistakenly released from the Orleans Parish Jail. Officials say Khalil Bryant was mistakenly released due to a misidentification between two individuals with a similar last name. He is facing multiple violent charges, including illegal possessions of stolen property, possessions of drugs, and a resistance of an officer.
The charges against Mr. Bryant include possession of stolen property, possession of drug paraphernalia, and resisting an officer. Additionally, he has an active warrant from Criminal District Court Section H for aggravated assault with a firearm, domestic abuse, child endangerment, and home invasion. He was, at the time of his release, he was also being held as part of a warrant for Jefferson Parish.
An internal investigation has been launched and all victims in the matter have been notified. Economists expect that the development of solar and wind farms nationwide will slow and electricity prices will rise in the coming decade because of significant rollback to tax credits that benefits those industries. To read this full Texas Tribune article, visit our website at crossroadstoday.com. And for more on today's news story, come to crossroadstoday.com. Don't forget to submit your birthday wishes. Carolina Estrain and Parker Cox will read them live on 25 News Now Sunrise. You can also submit a local military hero so we can recognize them. A frightening moment in the sky, what caused a Southwest airline plane to suddenly swerve to avoid another aircraft, coming up.
And the shower activity has dwindled down for the day, but we could be seeing some more showers tomorrow. We'll be talking about that coming up in weather.
Welcome back. You're about to meet a Texas man born and raised who was detained by ICE. He said it took nearly 2 hours to convince the agents that they had the wrong person.
I was born in College Station, Texas. Like, there's no way, like, what's going on? And they said, no, we're going to do our investigation.
33-year-old Miguel Angel Ponce Jr. says ICE agents pulled him over Wednesday morning as he was leaving for work in Southeast Houston.
And I gave him the ID, and when I went back down to put my wallet in my console, he's like, get out of the car.
Home surveillance video from a neighbor captured the moment.
Pretty much felt kidnapped. You know, they just put me in there, said I have a deportation order, put me in handcuffs, and took me to another location.
Miguel says he repeatedly told them he was born in the U.S.
That's what he told you?
Yeah, I've had a prior encounter with ICE. And
have you had a prior
encounter? No, I've never, you know. So I was even more confused then.
Miguel says they never showed him a warrant, just a photo of someone they claimed he looked like. And he said they didn't have a name that matched his. Did they show you who they were looking
for?
So
they kind of flashed a picture at me. They're like, hey, this is you. And I'm like, okay, well.
Nearly 2 hours later, Miguel says he convinced them to compare tattoos. That's when agents finally released him. I reached out to ICE, and in a statement, a spokesperson said agents were targeting a violent criminal for arrest in Houston who had been convicted of multiple child sex offenses, who was an immediate threat to public safety. The individual with the same first, middle, and last name bears a striking resemblance to the individual temporarily taken into custody by mistake. When we asked Miguel what he thought of that,
it pisses me off because it's like, you didn't tell me what you were looking for, but all of a sudden now that I brought it to light that you pulled somebody over that you don't even know who it was, now all of a sudden he has all these other charges.
ICE claims they apologized and took him home, but Miguel says that's not true.
And they said, shave your beard off so we won't mistake you again.
Now he's shaken and frustrated.
Federal agents take an hour and a half, almost 2, trying to figure out who I am. You know, it doesn't make sense.
Americans in Boston and Washington, D.C. participated in Families First protest today. It's a part of a national day of action to speak out against the Trump administration policies that harm children, seniors, and families. That includes cuts to essential programs like Medicaid, FEMA, food stamps, school lunches, which Families First say they were done to give tax giveaways to billionaires. Today's protest in Boston was held in partnerships with the Service Employees International Union, and adults of all ages and children were seen at the Family First event in D.C. The frightening scene on board a Southwest airline plane making an abrupt move to avoid an oncoming aircraft.
This morning, another frightening air scare. A Southwest flight dropping nearly 500 feet in a desperate maneuver to avoid a possible mid-air collision with a former British fighter jet.
truly one of the most frightening experiences I've ever had.
About 6 minutes after takeoff from Burbank, California, headed to Las Vegas, Southwest Flight 1496's cockpit alarm started blaring. Passengers say the Boeing 737 felt like it went into a nosedive.
There was about, I would say, an 8 to 10 second drop of free fall. Never experienced that. Everybody in the plane started screaming.
Flight radar showing the two planes were just 4.86 miles apart at their closest point. Flight 1496 dropping sharply to increase separation. Southwest Airlines releasing a statement saying the safety of our customers and crew is our top priority. We are cooperating fully with the FAA's investigation.
You know, it's going to come back here, I think, to the air traffic control. Why didn't air traffic control move the Southwest jet or give it a vector to move it away from this Hawker Hunter airplane so that the collision avoidance system wouldn't go off?
The incident coming just a week after another close call. A Delta regional jet landing at Minot International Airport in North Dakota had to make an aggressive maneuver as a B-52 bomber flying over a state fair crossed directly in its path. The Air Force confirming the crew was not informed about the inbound commercial flight by air traffic control.
A federal judge has dismissed a lawsuit against Chicago over its sanctuary city policy. The Department of Justice sued the city, Cook County, and Illinois. The suit said local law enforcement agencies blocked federal immigration law by refusing to participate in enforcement or share the status of criminals. In her dismissal, a U.S. District Court judge said the federal government cannot legally force states to carry out a federal regulatory program. The case was dismissed without prejudice, but which means it can be appealed or refiled ahead of an August 22nd deadline. Experience our digital streaming service Crossroads Today Plus. Stream our daily newscasts and much more using your connected TV. Just download Crossroads Today Plus on your Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or Android TV. Search Crossroads Today Plus.
Well, the cloud cover is starting to move on out of here, but it's going to be reappearing here as we head through the nighttime. We'll be talking about the rain chances for tomorrow coming up after the break. Well, hope some of y'all got some shower activity. I know not everybody saw some, but some places did see a good amount of rain. But the shower activity has started to dwindle down for the day here as starting to see lighter showers continue to move on through the Cuero region there. But we're going to be seeing cloud cover begin to persist here through the nighttime, as well as possibly seeing some little pockets of maybe a light shower here by 3 a.m. But they're going to be popping once again back up here by 9 a.m. We're going to be waking up to pretty much partly cloudy skies with the chance of a possible shower here. But by the time we get to the afternoon, they'll be popping up once again here, very isolated and scattered throughout the region. So some places will see rain, some places won't. So I can't tell you if it's going to rain exactly at your house, but you do have a chance at some rain. I mean, you can see some decent heavy pockets there of that little darker red there of some heavy downpours for us, but that's going to be dissipating here. And as we head to Monday, well, keeping it about 20%, maybe more shower activity around the Wharton County area, but look at that, the skies are going to be clearing up because temperatures are going to be rising up as well for us here. Now, the 3-day raincast we got here through Sunday, there we go. So purple indicates about 2 inches of rain. So we could see anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of rain possible here. Looking like about the Cuero region is where we're going to be seeing that here by 12 a.m. here on Monday. Any additional rain for Monday as well? Well, we could possibly see that here for us in the crossroads for the next 3 days. Now, right now, we've got partly cloudy skies. Temperatures only got to 89 degrees. We were at 99 here on Thursday. Didn't really get much at the airport, though. We're still lacking about 2 inches for the month of July, but up about 5 inches for the year. But temperatures are going to be rising up, as well as our atmosphere will be drying up as well, as we have high pressure that was once looming over us is going to be re-expanding here, making its way down here towards South Texas. Temperatures are going to be actually rising up pretty significantly here by the middle of the week, as we really just are stuck in this bubble of just hot air. But then we go ahead and look towards Thursday. We start to see this little opening right there. Could bring us a chance of some more tropical showers here with that opening from the high pressure. So rain chances look like they may return for us here Thursday and Friday of next week. However, temperatures are going to be relatively really high. So heat index value as of right now, 103 for tomorrow. We'll be jumping to 105, close to 106 for tomorrow on Monday, 103 Tuesday, 105 here Wednesday and Thursday. But temperatures, let's just say, we'll be close to triple digits around that time frame of Tuesday and Wednesday. So daily planner tomorrow, going to be seeing a little bit of shower activity possible in the morning, relatively the afternoon times when I'm going to see some more scattered showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm associated with that. Temperatures are going to be back into the 90s. However, Port Lavaca will be seeing those same conditions, as well as Cuero with some isolated shower activity. But look at that. Tuesday and Wednesday is possibly going to be the hottest days of the week, close to triple digits. We're going to continue to watch this as we get some westerly winds from a surface high that's going to be pushing through. Now, don't forget to scan the QR code for more news, weather, and sports. And speaking of sports, we got Trenton.
Thank you, Jacob. It is me, Trenton Whiting, here in place of Ray Robinson to deliver some info on local summer sports. Today we'll give a highlight on a swim team making things happen, and obviously some big news out on the diamond here in the Crossroads. All that and more coming up after the break. All right, what's up, Crossroads? We'll start with the team our very own Max Williams spoke to yesterday, the Victoria Wahoos, who competed in regionals last week. We heard from two swimmers yesterday about their performance, while we'll highlight another swimmer in Dominic Caglione, who performed well in his competitions and has more to come in the future.
In all of my events, I got 2 first places and 2 second places. Next year, I'm going to nationals.
All right, Dominic, well, good luck, and we'll hear from a former swimmer turned coach in our 10 o'clock show to get some insight on how she's helping these swimmers get ready to compete. But swimming isn't the only big sport in the summer. Baseball is in full swing, pun intended. And Victoria Northeast is preparing for this season's World Series tournament opener. Representing the Southwest region in the senior division, they'll take on the Central Region Withers at 11 tomorrow morning. Central earned their spot in this round with a 9-0 victory over the East region, and East falls to the losers bracket. It won't be an easy battle for your Southwest region winners, but we're wishing them good luck for tomorrow. Another Crossroads baseball team is getting to the toughest part of the year as the Victoria Generals get ready to take on their final regular season series. It'll be just a 2-game stop in Louisiana to take on the Baton Rouge Rougarou. The Generals dominated their last series against this team, winning by a 13-run differential in just 2 games. But with 31 wins and an 11-game win streak, the Generals seem primed to make some noise in the playoffs and go for their second straight TCL championship. Game 1 is tonight at 7 p.m. and we'll have updates and results at 10. We'll turn our attention from a team on a 10-game win streak to a team on a 2-game losing streak, as the Houston Astros have struggled against the A's at home. Rookie Nick Kurtz made history with a perfect day at the plate, including 4 home runs. Pitching health has been a little ugly for the Stros. Brandon Walter went on the injured list yesterday to give the Stros a league-leading 18 players on the IL at this point. With some rehab assignments going as scheduled, help could be on the way, though. They're in action right now trying to avoid losing the series with first-time All-Star downtown Hunter Brown starting on the mound. The A's got the scoring started early in the top of the first, and that's where we currently sit, 1-0. Houston's rivals in Arlington are having a little bit more success, extending a 4-game win streak with the 8-3 victory against the Atlanta Braves at home. Nathan Uvalde pitched 5 scoreless innings in his first appearance since the All-Star break. Jonah Heim hit a solo homer in the second inning for his 9th home run of the season, and 7 players finished with at least 1 RBI. They're playing Game 2 right now with Kumar Rocker taking on Grant Holmes as the starting pitchers. Rangers looking to extend their win streak to 5 games, but Braves get the early start, 2-0. All right, well, that'll be it for your sports. Amaya, back to you.
Thank you, Trenton, with the sports for today. Coming up, a brand new species of shark discovery in Kentucky. And this ancient predator had a smile like no other. Coming up. Grab your cell phone to scan this QR code. This is our quick response code to download the Crossroads Today app. You can watch us anytime, anywhere, get breaking news alerts, and vote in our viewer polls. Submit news, tips, and photos, and you will know all about our ongoing contests. A new species of sharks millions of years old has been discovered in Kentucky. The ancient shark named McCadden's Olsoni had a distinctive curved row of teeth. Experts say the unique tooth roll was designed to crush small sea creatures. The fossils were found at Mammoth Cave National Park in a formation estimated to be 355 million years old. The National Park Service say the formation traced back to when Mammoth Cave was submerged in a warm, shallow sea.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I mean, so much we don't know about the ocean. That's why I stay far from there.
Never know what's under there.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Who do you think would win, a shark or an alligator?
Oh, it would be close. It would be close.
I'm going with the alligator.
Well, if you plan on, let's say, running, we'll be talking about shower activity possible in the afternoon time for us here. Keep it in at 94 for the high. 98, 99 is what we're seeing Tuesday and Wednesday. Heat index values will be close to 105, anywhere from 105 to 110. So make sure we stay hydrated this week. And we're going to be talking about maybe some more shower activity, a little window that we're looking at that could be open for about a 20% chance of rain here for Friday and Saturday. So maybe something else we could look forward to
absolutely.
Over this hot work week that we're going to be experiencing.
Absolutely.
So.
And funny you say something about gators. You know, I was actually walking my pet gator earlier and he got away.
Oh,
so
no
if you guys
way,
happen
so that
to
is your gator at the park?
Oh my gosh,
you need
I
to go
totally
get it. Well, thank you for joining us. We hope you be with us for tonight. 25 News Now weekends at 10. See you.